Hello, welcome back. I am so Kodili-nye. Soludo talk tough on security concerning the what has been happening in the States. Soludo talk tough. And you're gonna hear what he's talking about, and you will be down happy about it if he does what he's saying. And we are going to listen together. We are going to share together. We have done quite a few ones on security, and I hope you will also join this one. We would have loved to call this part 4, but we are giving it a different heading so that you can understand where we are focusing. And these are things that should have been done a long time, but we don't need to bore you with a lot of words. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Stay tuned. Let's listen to Governor Professor Charles Soludo. Stay tuned.
I said we want to carry on and carry to every nook and cranny of our society, because we're not going to fight this thing on a sustainable basis without this particular issue. And those who contribute food and money and send to the house in the bush, and we will begin to treat them as collaborators, as part of the criminal. Because we understand that even in some communities, some people, including innocent women, they're contributing their farm produce and food to go and send to the criminals in the bushes, who will come out the next night somebody for ransom. What a paradox. So I call on everyone, the town unions, and I can say the rest of town unions are here, the clergy, because the clergy in this part of the world, and particularly in Anambra, you could say 98% or thereabout are Christians here. The church has a very pivotal role to play in mobilizing the people, in helping, so to speak. And so, I do say to you, in the Anambra, that for our long-term survival, we must rise up and fight together. If you see or know something, say something. Say something. We'll give out the numbers, the confidential numbers. It happened when we came in initially. We distributed some numbers. But only the DSS people around me had those numbers. And so when you called and gave us information, I had the information personally. We're going to, in addition to these ones that we've given out, we're going to even give out more numbers. And at that initial stage, when we called upon you, many people offered and volunteered information to us, and which were very, very helpful in taking out many of those commanders and daredevil criminals, and as the case may be. So please, if you know something, if you know somebody who is involved in enforcing sit at home in your community, tell us. We'll come and pick him out. If you know somebody who is part of this criminal thing, but he comes in the village and moves around, call 5111 and we'll give you other numbers and tell us. We will come and pick him out, so that your people, your communities will have peace. On the part of government, we are prepared to put in everything to fight to fight, subject to our binding resource constraints. And I want to say, I have commended those of you those who have been contributing in various ways to our security trust fund, to those who are helping to fund security operations in their various communities, those who contribute their time, their money, their resources, their talent, and so on. We'll have a new special advisor on community security. And I think we'll also be working very closely, intensely with several communities and your vigilante service, and to really get them fit for purpose and we get to this war. I have expressed just yesterday, I got a call from stakeholders of one community in Ihiala local government are saying, putting together resources and they're ready also to get to fight to rescue their communities. But nobody will rescue any community in spite of the community. The people must own it. The people must take ownership of their communities and be determined that they want to rid their communities of criminals. Because if you allow the criminals to get into your community, stay in any bush or any part of your community, and this is a message we're going to carry to all the president generals and the traditional rulers. If you let any criminals take over any part of your domain, then they're not there. And that is, at least if they are coming, we assume if they are coming and you are not part of them, you should be the first to give information to security officers that here is where they are. And if you are really in charge of your community, there is no way, as a traditional ruler, as the president general, you will say you don't have information about who and who and who are behind this. It's not possible. It's just not possible. So we're going to be depending on the traditional rulers and the president generals, the leaders of the communities, to take ownership of their communities. Give us the information and we will come and take them out as day follows night. Otherwise, sooner or later, what we'll do, we've announced it before, but we've now, sending a bill to the House of Assembly. They codify that for those who keep kidnapped victims. As you know, once you keep kidnapped victims, that place becomes the property of government under the law. And we're going to apply that same law to those who allow their land to be used by these kidnapped kingpins. Because when they establish a camp in your land, then that becomes the place that they keep kidnapped victims. And we will take it as such. So if we come there and clear them, this clearance operation, the land becomes that of government. We take over the land and it belongs to government. People must take ownership of their communities. So on our part, we'll do whatever is necessary and whatever subject to our resource constraint. But I must also use this opportunity to thank the federal government. I must express our gratitude to the federal government and all the various service commands, the Army, the Air Force, the DSS, the police, the Civil Defense, the Navy, the NDLE, several of the other military institutions that are working day and night to help us. I use the word help us in the Anambra because we're talking to ourselves. This, we will say, on the one hand, yes, they are doing their job. But somebody is posted from here, he's from Benue, or he's from Adamawa, or he's from Ogun State, and so on, he's been posted to come here to help you, to keep us safe. They are the people who have come to help us to remain a safe and peaceful place for us to do our business. So we need to appreciate them. And I want to use this opportunity to appreciate our various commanders who are representing these various security agencies here, and extend our thanks to the agencies. Several of them died. And at this moment as well, I want us to say, may the souls of all the gallant forces who have died on the line of duty come to make us, keep us safe, for us to walk the streets safe. But these criminals come and shoot somebody who has done absolutely nothing to you. The other day, even 2 days ago, there was a shootout in the army, and some of these hoodlums in Ihel, some wounded, they also carried their own their casualties and so on and so forth. My heart bleeds when I see these young men all over dying like chicken. My heart bleeds because for our people in the Anambra and the Igbos generally, for the Igbos, I said to you, we must confront this monster, because we are going back to the state where we were after the Civil War. After the Civil War, when there were many widows whose husbands died during the Civil War, or many young ladies of marriage age who couldn't find husbands because they would have been husbands, were killed during the Civil War. We are facing exactly the same kind of scenario now, where these young men just go and die needlessly. And that's why I'm calling on them, come out. We will help you rehabilitate and start a new life. And Commander, for the uncommon sacrifices that just to walk the street. And I want to believe, by the special grace of God, the way rolling out with massive force, I think we shall, by the grace of God, we shall prevail. And I want to say, Ndi Anambra, Merry Christmas in advance, and we look forward to a very, very joyous Christmas season. We are doing everything to make sure that this season we are secure and that you can have your Christmas with joy and in safety. And then we look forward to a very happy and prosperous and secured 2025 and beyond. Thank you very much, and God bless you. God bless Anambra. God bless Nigeria. No, I don't want to. Maybe if there is anyone. Is there any
question?
That one?